Hi, my name is Mags, and I'm here with Cara and Amy, and we're part of the youth media team. Today we're at ICT EDU interviewing John Heffernan.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I'm a qualified history and politics teacher, but I've ended up doing a lot of IT stuff. My first career was in software development and software testing. I left that, become a teacher, worked for the PDSD for a while, lectured for a while, immigrated to America for a while as a learning technology integrator. So I have a very broad experience background in education and technology in education.
So John, you've just told us you've worked as a technologist in the US, but you've also worked as an educator here in Ireland. What can you tell us is the biggest contrast you can describe between the integration of technology into the classroom over there, let's say, and us here?
I was working in Albemarle County in Virginia, and Albemarle would not be your typical county in America or a school district in America. It's very much driven by the use of technology, connectivity. There's a whole culture of makerspace. We would be using technology in a lot of different areas, and our teachers would be quite well trained. The team I worked on was a learning technology integration team, and our job was just to support teachers using technology. So we'd be coming in, team teaching with teachers in the classroom. We'd be doing all the heavy lifting regarding the use and getting the technology working within the class to give the teachers the flexibility to teach with the technology. And that is probably the biggest difference, is that you can, as a teacher in Ireland in the classroom, you can't get another teacher in your classroom unless it's somebody from your own staff room. Whereas in the States we had learning technology integrators, we had instructional coaches, so those within a county you had like 40 people you could go to help you teach something new and something creative in the classroom. And as a result, the teachers in Albemarle County, in the high school I worked in, within one department alone, we had 3 state award winners, and 2 of those went on to win national awards in their subject areas. And like Virginia would be twice the size of Ireland. So that just gives you within one department of 20 teachers. So there was a very high bar. It is actually amazing how sometimes I feel like I'm not even getting out of second gear being back in school in Ireland compared to how busy I used to be in the States. The level of integration and technology that we would have in the States was a lot more focused on the learner, and the school district was very much student-centred. We had learning spaces, you'd have couches everywhere, you would have bean bags. It was a one-to-one device. People were used to use their mobile phones. It was a lot more flexible than it is in Ireland, and like even now in a normal classroom in the school I'm working in now, it's all small desks, whereas in the States we had different types of desks, we had different levels, different heights, we had standing areas that kids who didn't want to sit down the whole time could stand up and work off a bench attached to the wall. So the whole idea was kind of to remove the barriers that prevent students from learning.
Have you any opinions or predictions on the future of EdTech in Irish education?
The future of education in Ireland. The big picture stuff that's going to hit education in the next, say, 10 years is probably going to be some offshoot of machine learning, in that education will probably be able to become more personalised, which also will mean that there's going to be more focus on not so much accessibility but accountability throughout your education. Like in America, your GPA is your grades after every test that you do. So every time you do your homework or do a class test, it goes into the system that goes towards the end of your grade, which is then used for third level education entry. Whereas here it's just one exam. With machine learning, more ability to kind of individually focus on individual students and track between schools will now be able to be measured and to be accounted for. That's going to happen next couple of years. The area I really like is kind of AR, VR, augmented reality and virtual reality. In Virginia, we actually had a quite strong AR, VR set up within schools. And the school I'm working in now, we recently won a Oculus Go headset and 360 camera. So we're just doing some basic VR stuff. But the creation tools within VR are kind of growing at an extraordinary rate, and it is interesting to see how you can put into a classroom in Ireland 30 VR headsets and how to teach using that. I don't think there's anybody in Ireland even thinking that way, but it's there. It's 5 years' time, 10 years' time, where it's going to be. The other thing as well that's going to be interesting is how blockchain might kind of emerge is a very interesting thing. Blockchain is basically a way of kind of ensuring accountability that data is who it's from. So you could actually have, from once you do your homework online, there's a blockchain attached, becomes part of the blockchain. So therefore, you can't change it. Once you've it done, it's done, and an employer can go back and look at what you did in second year in your history class and see, well, that can give you the level of accountability that's there. That's future stuff. It could be 10 years' time, it could be 20 years' time, but I don't think it would be too far away from 20 years' time when I retire.
Thank you.